Interracial dating in the black community can create many unfavorable circumstances, especially in conversations. It can even get out of hand. But online, there's always a big debate about it. And it differs between black women and black men. Let me give you an example. If you're a black woman and you find a white man, you will hear something like, sad music, girl, go ahead on and get your wife daddy. Them black men wasn't checking for you anyway. A good example of that would have been Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian, who we know she had, several unsuccessful relationships with Drake and some of the other athletes, and it just didn't go anywhere. And now she has this guy, and she was applauded for doing so. What about Meghan Markle? She's half black and half white, and people were literally crying when she got a chance to marry Prince Harry. Even pro-blacks, people cried tears because she was getting ready to be Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. That's very interesting. When it comes to black men, it's always different. Remember Kobe Bryant, when he married his wife? It was a lot of back and forth because he didn't marry Brandy. And when he passed away, there were some, not many, who were glad that he died because he didn't marry a black woman. Jamie Foxx is known specifically for dating white women. And Jay Ellis, who is on Insecure, when he married his wife, Nina Senekar, he literally had to lock down the Instagram comment section because so many people were destroying the fact that he married a non-black woman. But here's something that's also very interesting. None of these black men have any history of being rude or disrespectful to black women. They just chose their own spouse and went about it in a different way. And now we have a new victim. Jaleel White. Rewind! Most of us grew up watching Jaleel White on Family Matters. He was a legend as a child celebrity. His role was Steve Urkel. He was the kid that lived next door, and he really loved Laura, which he never got her unless he transformed himself into Stefan. But as a nerd, he never got a chance to get her. There was another character on the show that liked him. Her name was Myra, and many people thought that Myra looked better than Laura. But that was just a show. Here's a guy that always wanted someone that was black and could never get her unless he transforms himself into a guy that was really cool. But it's interesting. Many black men have that particular story. And Jaleel White, he's always dated white women. And now he has found his love of his life, Nicoletta Ro. Now, who is she and what does she do? Well, she's a person that has a bachelor's degree from Yale University. She went to Stanford University, has a degree in management, and she's a sports tech executive. So we can't say that he's marrying a scrub. But of course, people don't like the fact that he's marrying a white woman. We've all heard the criticisms for people from the black community, such as Dr. Omar Johnson.
I'm gonna get into what I'm gonna get into.
No problem.
But talk briefly about the black man and the white woman. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Historically, black men were not allowed to marry white women until the Loving versus Virginia United States Supreme Court case in the 60s.
Yeah.
You could not marry them. So since that case was overturned, 67, 68, right around there, black men have married out their race more than all other men in America put together. Are you going to tell me it's a pure coincidence that the black man is absolutely in love with marrying his oppressor's daughter, and that doesn't have anything to do with the psychological residuals of slavery?
I'm going to give it to you on the flip side.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's a lot of the black man saying, I got to go have that white woman? Or some of these white women out here looking at, that's a god right there. I want that.
Mm-hmm. It's threefold.
Okay.
Number one, it's about a black man being an economic stimulus package to the white woman.
Okay.
Most black men marry down in class when they marry these white women.
Okay.
You can't find a rich white woman who ever married a broke-ass black man.
Boy.
Show me one rich white woman who has ever married a broke-ass black man. So this ain't about love. This is about agenda.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, the black man wants the white woman to provide him with a degree of psychological validation. Only a low self-esteem having ass Negro would marry a white female in the first place, because you feel that if I can get the white man's woman, then maybe that makes me feel a little bit more equal to the white man.
And Officer Brandon Tatum, who is married to a white woman, talked about one of the reasons why black men do so.
question is always posed to me, and people who I believe are not acting in good faith. Some of them may be jealous or haters. Some of them may be brainwashed or confused or even misinformed about interracial dating. So people that know me know that my wife is white, right? And then my oldest son, his mom is white. Me and her met in college way back in 2010. So people criticize me. And they criticize other black men. Although if you look at statistical data, most black people marry black people at like 80%, white people marry white people, whatever. It's just a phenomenon where there's a crossover. And people criticize me sometimes, and they especially from black people, oh, you a traitor to your race. Black men shouldn't date white women. You just date white women as if it's some fetish or something crazy like that. But let me break it down to you. And I made a video a while back that got millions of views where I spoke about this a long time ago. But I'm going to give another statement about it just very quickly so people can understand. In my opinion, based on my experience and the people that I know, because I know a whole bunch of brothers that marry white women, 99.99% of the time is because of culture. I think people get caught up in their emotions and get caught up in rhetoric and think it's about race. No, it's more so about availability to certain women and culture.
And these are reasons that people can find valid. I'm a pro-black. Again, I understand why people want to do what they do. But with my mentality, you know where I stand. I'm right there with Umar. But what is interesting was the comment sections on the Shade Room. When they posted this, I wanted to hear what people had to say, so let's check it out. This person says, "Day music! Urkel got sick of chasing Laura and got him a Lindsay." The next person says, "Just say congratulations and move on," exerting all that negative energy. And it's very interesting because there was so many comments that were negative in this particular thread. Now we have this person who goes, "I pray all the fine ass black women have a happy ass day. Real Negro-ish. How are you feeling today, my sister?" So you see a lady, "I'm doing great. I woke up with all my bearings. Hey, black clean, feeling great. Pin this comment." So all the sisters was happy to see that, right? Let's just see who this person is and what kind of videos does he make.
"Only reason some men don't date black women, he's intimidated by a strong disposition, inability to be manipulated, and don't approach it because you see through BS and game all the way. I'm a blackitarian, meaning I only eat in court, only black women. Ibrahim Masim, Instagram, fuel for the body. TikTok, Ibrahim Masim now. It's funny how emphatically black women are naturally beautiful with or without makeup. You see, a face card never declines when it's a black card. I just spoke this at a university, right? And if you want me to speak at your university, just DM me. Also, my chef ass cooks while I speak life. So, if you want me to serve you some bomb food, brunch, dinner, birthday, wedding, event, romantic dinner for two, girls night, guys night, trips, if you want me to cook you a sip and cook meal while I speak life to you about encouragement and healing, just DM me. I travel.
That's right. Ibrahim Asim. I've talked about him years ago, so give him a round of applause because it appears he still can't stop simping it up. So then we have this person. This person makes a great comment, and I'm glad she put it there. "Angle music, I don't got one black girlfriend that would date him. Let the man live. Dr. Umar will have to understand." Now I want to stop here. I'm not trying to say every black woman is the same because so many talk like this, but you know, me dealing in the black community, I don't really take that serious. But yeah, might be true. Some black women might not date him because of, you know, his style, how he carries himself. He probably doesn't have that black male swag that they like. But hey, this is what women say about black men that are like this. And when they marry somebody else, then they get upset that they marry somebody else because you don't know nobody who would date him. Other person goes, "Well, he stayed true to his last name." LOL, just kidding, congrats. Nah, you were serious. This other person says, "First, good times father, now this. I am so tired of black men not loving us black women. We need love too." Okay, I can understand that. And as much as I'm not for the whole, you know, going to the white race or going to other races to get men or women, I honestly believe that, you know, outcomes can be the same depending on who you are. We gotta be real here. Some black women are not putting themselves in a position to get a good black man, so it doesn't happen. So then you say, "I'm so tired of black men not loving us black women." There are black men that love black women. but do you want to put yourself in a position to be around those kind of men? All right. Now, the other person says she's staying in the gym, hella toned. Then we have here for the comments. Cause, exactly. Why is she there for the comments? Stop the show. She's there for the comments because she knows what people are going to say about this guy. Another person says our black sisters are losing to the white woman because we don't cherish our black men. This person also says at some point we got to look into why black women aren't being chosen by black men of value. It's most definitely something missing within black women that's making them not be value black male choices. I love black women down, but we need to start having that honest conversation. Another person goes, shocking. Okay, congratulations. This lady, this is what this brother is saying, this lady is in the Spanos family, the ones who own the LA Chargers. She went to Yale and Stanford. I'm not mad at Urkel because she has her own money. He knows she's actually in love with him. I want to come back to that and focus on that. This guy tagged Dr. Omar Johnson. Let's go back to the last comment. She went to Yale, she went to Stanford. She has her own money. She's actually in love with him. Here's something that needs to be discussed in black relationships with black men, sometimes choose white women. If a black man is marrying somebody like this, what he could feel is, this is a woman that wants to be in the relationship with me and loves me for that reason. That's the real reason why she's there. And then somebody could easily say, well, what black woman do you know that would have a master's degree that would want to equally contribute to the relationship as a black man? Not saying that you couldn't find it, but I think if you take a poll, you would have many people who will believe that you'd be better off getting a white woman to do that than a black woman. And that is actually sad. Ultimately, this is going to get worse, not better. So many black women are going to continue to lose in this particular battle, not because they're not beautiful or not because they're not smart, but it's just because the way our community has been disenfranchised. Part of it is their own personal viewpoint and conditioning towards black men and, into marriage. And the second thing is just that there's a lot of opportunities for men once they start doing very well. So you combine both of those things, and it's just really kind of hard for African-American women to compete, especially as black men start doing better. Unless you live in a black city, you see a lot of non-black women a lot. Like for me, I went to medical school in Europe. If you're somewhere in Asia, your career is getting better. You have to specifically put yourself in a position to want to be around the African-American community. If you have opportunities that your talent takes you out of there, it can be difficult. And most black men will still feel more comfortable with a black woman, but some guys are gonna get new experiences and try new things, which will lead to more black men having more options available to them. And that's something that we gotta expect. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shooter Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Preacher Fire, you just heard the bell. We're out.